more recognition that it is still a man's world can be found in the dictionary, words that describe a man's work. This Women's History Month, one lady lumberjack hopes to spark some change.
Faux hawk, dad bod, terms from the 21st century that made it into the dictionary. Meanwhile, one that started in the 1940s is missing.
We looked it up and realized that lumberjill wasn't in there.
Self-proclaimed lumberjill Alyssa Weatherby wants to change that.
Is this a word that is used somewhat regularly within the industry?
Yeah, there's the Lumberjill World Championships and the Lumberjill World's Open contests.
Contests that Weatherby and her team of axe women loggers of Maine take part in all over the world. In fact, Weatherby even showed Peggy Kaiser and me how to be lumberjills.
There it is!
Oh my gosh!
That is impressive.
And of course, anyone who's taken a ride to Trenton to see the Great Maine Lumberjack Show knows this lumberjill,
Get up that pole!
Timbertina.
Besides having the Lumberjack Show here, I have a traveling exhibition. It's a team of all female logging sports athletes called Chicks with Axes.
I think it's very commonly used in what we do, but I think in general, people know what it is.
Partly because the term can be traced as far back as the 1940s, when the Women's Timber Corps was formed as part of the British Women's Land Army.
It started in World War I, and it also was throughout World War II. And when all the men went away to war, the women really, they took over. They were farming and they were ranching, and a lot of them had to go into the woods and take over for the lumberjacks, just keeping the world going. They, all the lumber that they were producing, went into making crates and ammo boxes and telegraph poles. When you read back through the history of these ladies, a lot of them, when their jobs were done and when the wars ended and all the men came back and went back to work, these women didn't get any recognition.
So it seems fitting that lumberjill should sit in the dictionary with lumberjack.
I just think it's such an important part of history. It shouldn't be forgotten.
History that lives on today in the woods, at Maine fairs, and worldwide competitions.
Weatherby says the more people share their history or write about lumberjills, they share blogs or tweets including the word, the more Merriam-Webster is likely to acknowledge the term and put it in the dictionary. So get on those tweets, Katie.